Hello guys and welcome to my channel. So every time I do a video I feel like I never include my brows, and that's because to actually get my brows in the frame I have to set the camera in a different way and move it around, and it's a lot, so I never include them because I always end up cutting my brows out. So today I wanted to do this video specifically to show you how I do my brows, and what I use for my brows is the brow pomade from Anastasia, and I usually use the color soft brown. But today I used medium brown just because I felt like soft brown wasn't showing up too well on camera. So I wanted you to see clearly what I was doing. So I'm going for a darker one. But this isn't usually what I do. This is a little too bold for me. I usually go for the soft brown, which is softer and nicer. Also, if you struggle using a product like this, you can always just use like a brow tint. And I really like this one by Benefit. This has little fibers in it, so it actually makes your brow look fuller, and on top of that it gives you some color. So sometimes I even use this one on top of the soft brown just when I really want them to be bold but also natural looking, if that makes sense. I think Maybelline also has a brow, I think it's called Brow Drama or something like that. I've heard it's really good. I haven't tried it, but I've heard it's really good. And you're gonna need 3 brushes. You're gonna need 3 brushes to do your brows, and the first one is this spoolie brush that I'm sure you have one of these at home already. These are everywhere. They're super cheap, and they don't really have to be like high quality or expensive or anything. They're, you know, it's really simple. It's a spoolie. And the second brush you're gonna need is a small concealer brush, and this is actually optional because you can always use your fingers. I just use this to apply some concealer right on my brow bone, just to make your brow look more arched and more defined. And the third and most essential brush you're gonna need is a brow brush, or a very small, the smallest brow or angled liner brush that you can find. And just to give you an example, this one is really popular by Real Techniques, and this is what it looks like. And look at the one that I have. So as you can see, it is tiny. It is so small. The smaller the brush, the better it's going to be for your brows, because it's just going to give you that much more control, and it's going to make it a lot easier to fill in your brows, and you're not going to make as many mistakes because this is going to give you so much control. And if you're wondering what is on my lips, this is from Ofra Cosmetics, and this is Santa Ana. I just got an order last week from Ofra. I only got 3 of these, but they are amazing. Between this and the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks, I don't need anything else in life. Like seriously, I don't need anything else for my lips. These are so good. They last all day. If you follow me on Snapchat, you already saw this, but I wore this for like 4. At the time that I showed it on Snapchat, it had been 4 hours, but I wore this for like 6-7 hours, and it just stayed all day. It does not move. And the best part is that as it starts wearing off, it doesn't get like dry, and you know how your lips look like they start peeling? This doesn't do that, and it's amazing, and I love it. And you need this, especially this color, Santa Ana. So beautiful. Alright guys, so thanks so much for watching, and if you're interested in seeing how I do these brows, just keep on watching. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. This Friday, so in 3 days from the day that this video goes up, I'm gonna have a new prompt tutorial, so watch out for that. Okay, so I'm gonna try to be as detailed as possible, and for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna divide my brows into 5 parts. So I went ahead and dipped my brush into my dip brow pomade, and I make one line in part 1 and another line in part 2 of my brow. I'm sorry that I'm cutting my brow off right here, but it does get better. Then I go ahead and make 2 more lines in part 3 and part 4 of my brow. Now, without adding any product to the brush, you're going to go into part 5, and very lightly applying very little pressure to the brush, you're going to make 2 lines in the bottom and at the top. And the reason for that is because you don't want your brows to look too dark and too strong in the center of your face, because you just end up looking angry. And now you just want to fill in the rest of your brow by creating very small lines with your brush. And as you can see, I'm not re-dipping my brush into the dip brow pomade because there's actually more product in the brush. And that's going to be the key to having very natural looking brows, is to not keep re-dipping, because you'll just keep building up the color and then you end up with Sharpie brows. And for the very front, I don't really create a line, but just with whatever is left in the brush, I kind of go over that very slightly, because again, you don't want the front of your brows to look too strong. And for the tail of your brow, it's basically the same thing. Just don't add any more product. Just very slightly create like one single line at the tail, and then just clean up the edges to make it look more natural. And here's a little tip: if you seem to have little bold spots like I do in your brows, just take your brush and move it back and forth in between the hairs to really get that color in there. And if you got a little too excited and went outside your lines, just take a small concealer brush and with a tiny small amount of makeup remover, just go around your brows to clean up any mistakes. And if your brows start to look a little too strong or too dark, just take your spoolie brush and brush over your brows very slightly, because you also don't want to end up removing the color. Now I'm taking my Chella highlighter pencil, and you can obviously just use concealer for this part, but I already own this, so I just thought I would use it. And I'm applying that under and over my brow to give it more definition, to clean up the edges, and also to make my brows appear more lifted. And you don't need this at all, that's why I didn't even bring it up in the beginning, but I'm just taking a fluffy soft eyeshadow brush to blend out that crayon. And whether you choose to use a brush like me or just use your fingers, just make sure that you blend down into the eyelid and not up into the brow, because you don't want to get that light product into the brow, or you'll just have to go back and refill it in. To make my brows look even fuller and more youthful, I'm just applying a little bit of this Benefit Gimme Brow. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe. So the gel brow product, also like this one, and